Hey guys, this is a quickie video. As I mentioned, I'm going to be doing things a little bit different for 2024. This video is for my fellow folks out there with low self-esteem, and this is about accepting a compliment, accepting praise. Super hard to do, right? Because you have that voice in the back of your head that no matter what someone tells you, you know later on that voice is going to just negate everything that they've said, right? And one of the things that I've learned is that there is so much power in saying something out loud. You know, it's one thing to hear praise or a compliment from someone else. It's another thing as far as like absorbing it for you to say it out loud. And so that's my recommendation. Do it in the mirror if you have to, looking at yourself, but just actually say it out loud. It's almost like a ghost to where like it stays in the air. So no matter what that voice tells you later on, that voice, your voice, is there and you can always hear it. You'll never not hear it. So that's my advice. That's what I do. And it's kind of like an abusive actually it's exactly like an abusive relationship, to where that type to where they're not going to do it out in public. They'll wait till you're behind closed doors and then just like knock you down. That voice will wait until it's just you and your own thoughts and just in your head. No one else can hear it, and it just destroys you, right? So I'm going to say something out loud, right? And so here's the story. I recently started a new job, and the reason why I was hired was because this department had been in disarray, had been neglected for quite some time, and there was an audit coming up that the company knew they were going to fail. So they brought someone in to kind of just put this facade, you know, kind of shine it up as best as possible until they hired someone else. And they got me. Because of my experience. Now, to be completely honest with you guys, I do have experience, but not like to where I could run a whole work center by myself. This was my first time doing that, so I was extremely nervous, and that inner voice was like, Mikey, can you do this? Like, what's wrong with you? Why did you accept this job? My first day at work was the first day of the audit, and luckily for the company, the auditor was very understanding and knew the situation. So she kind of just did it with one eye closed, you know, and had some hits, you know. After she left, it was my turn, right, to just take over, and I did, and I've been working my butt off, really, like looking in closets and underneath rugs and just finding all of this stuff and fixing everything. So just this Friday, there was another full audit conducted on my work center, and no hits, right? And the thing is that, you know, as the auditor is going through all the questions, and I'm just like, oh, here's, you know, answering everything, he's like, wow, you really have done a lot of stuff. You really have turned this work center around. And I'm like, thank you. Of course, here's that little inner voice that, you know, couldn't accept that. And that freaking little inner voice said something like, well, if you need a hit, I can give you something to hit me on. And the auditor said, his exact words was, do you not know that you're him? And I didn't even know what that really meant. Like, I had a coworker was like, that means like you're the man, like you're him. I'm like, oh. And I made it a point to, in that moment, to say, I am him. And I hear that voice now. I hear me saying that. So that voice in the back of my head not affecting me at all, and I am here right now to say to you, to say to myself, I am him. But more importantly than me, I know so many of you probably need to hear that. So say it, whatever it is, even if it's complimenting yourself, giving yourself praise, say it out loud. Say it to yourself in the mirror, say it to me, say it in the comments, but just say it.